What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Western Carolina AD series here on NCAA Basketball 10 for the basketball portion of this Dynasty. I am your host, John J. Gaming on the mic, and today we are, going into the final month of conference play before we do go into the conference tournament. And, I'm looking at our schedule, and I see something that looks a little unfamiliar. We took an L off screen when we were simulating to one of the games that we wanted to play, as we take a 10-point loss to UNC Greensboro, a team that we did beat on their home court. It looks like they got revenge on us, as we got outplayed in that second half. Man, it was all tied up in the first half, but second half they pulled away at that point. No fault though to Coco Bomaye. He had 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, not to mention 3 blocks as well. Bomaye definitely balled out, but just couldn't play defense, and sometimes it be like that. Other teams get hot. That's just the name of the game sometimes. With that being said, though, we'll still look to turn things around as we go on the road to play against Wofford, one of the better teams in the SoCon Conference. So it should be a good one, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you have to be new. Let's go ahead and hop into this game, shall we? With all that being said, though, it is time to officially get things underway as we quickly find Coco Bomaye, but it's badly missed. And Wofford does get the rebound in. Looks like we have a lot different style than what we got going, man. We like to push it as fast as humanly possible. Wofford's going to like to take their time, a little bit of a half-court set, as I don't know how that pass got through, but it certainly does anyways, as Wofford does get the first basket of this ball game. Early on, Wofford finding a rhythm, getting inside for the layup, even though it's not made. Anthony Henderson is called for the foul. And look at this, man. We are definitely not used to this. We are used to beating down our opponents, but early on, man, the Terriers are taking it right to Western Carolina as we find ourselves down 9-2 already, as we just haven't been able to put the bucket or the ball in the basket. As we find ourselves down 11-2, even having to call a timeout, man, and it hasn't gotten any better as there's a slam dunk for the power forward and Walter Rhodes, as now Western Carolina finds them down 15-4, a double-digit deficit that they have to deal with early on, man. But here comes the Catamounts now. Bomaye gonna drive in, pass it to Perkins, the point guard, senior. Going to be able to get the basket, and then we get another turnover. Sam Perkins going to turn around, lay it in with a nice little finger roll, and we immediately get this game down to 4. But can we complete the catch-up, though? Down by 4 points. A turnaround J nearly is made off the backboard, but is slightly off. Coco Bomaye, though, will pull up from 3, and that's good. All of a sudden, man, got this game all tied up at 16. And we have a chance here to take the lead. Perkins pulling up from deep. Good! 7 points for Sam Perkins. As for the very first time today, we do have our very first lead. As there's Sam Perkins trying to lay it up. Gets his own rebound even though it's off. As we do go inside with Tony Glenn. He is fouled by Grant Manning. And does make both free throws. You love to see it. So now 21-16 Catamounts. Wofford trying to swing the ball around, get it inside. They're going to pull up from the elbow. Not a good shot at all, but we're certainly going to take advantage as there's Tyson Glenn going the other way. Running with his point guard on the fast break, able to get the bucket to go. And we also nearly get another turnover as well. The turnovers have really helped us get back into this ball game. And so has our defense as well, really has played significantly better as there's a block by Anthony Henderson. Bomaye gets the rebound, going to try to bring it in, but can't quite get past the defenders. Going to pass to the outside to Sam Perkins, swing it around, find it open. Coco Bomaye cannot give this man any space. I don't know what else there is to be said, as we're just running back on these guys. A very slow start, but now we are taking it right to the Terriers in their own gym as O'Neal picks up the steal. Going to lay it up on the other end. A great slasher from off the bench. He's able to outrun everybody else and get the 2. So now, a little bit later, they do make a bucket. Nice little action right there. But then they try to pass to the center, but Coco Bomaye reads it, gets the bucket to go, and we go into halftime with a 5-point lead. Your Western Carolina Catamounts leading by a score of 39-34. Both teams struggling to shoot from the field. Neither team shooting above 45%. But Western Carolina certainly is heating up. As we'll now move on to the second half, as we nearly get the ball stolen from us, but thankfully Sam Perkins was able to pick up the board for us. We're going to go ahead and swing it around for our guys. Make sure everybody gets a touch, of course, as Tyson Glenn going to try to go in strong and nearly gets the bucket to go. Warren Rhodes does commit the foul there as they go back door. What a nice pass to the power forward, one of the best players on this Wofford squad, who's able, now moving along, passing it to Sam Perkins. Perkins passes it around, giving it to Anthony Henderson. He gets the elbow jumper to go. Not known for the shooting touch, more as a defensive rebounder, but that time able to get the jumper to fall. As now, 9-point lead. Henderson's going to take it up once again. He's got a burst and going to able power through. Misses the first time, but does collect his own rebound. And now it's a double-digit ball game once again in favor of Western Carolina. As we'll pass to Tyson Glenn, he lays it up with that nice, beautiful finger roll. Western Carolina, man, definitely pulling away, up by 13 all of a sudden, as we nearly get the steal once again. But it's, it was picked up, but thankfully they don't turn that to 2. We can turn this into 3, though. Another pull-up for Sam Perkins. He's able to get that one to fall. So now, 52-38, they get the elbow jumper to fall. Looking pretty, nice, though. 12-point game. Wofford really need to pick up the slack here. They only have 6 points in this entire second half. As we're moving things along with Devin Samuel getting it right through the teeth of the defense and able to get the bucket to go. Catamounts enjoying a 14-point lead now. They could very well make this up to 17 as they leave Devin Samuel all alone in the corner, able to get the free to fall. Coco Bomaye, I understand why they double team the man, but you can't leave Devin Samuel. He's able to make that jumper as well. As speaking of Samuel, here comes the man pulling up from deep, showing off the range. A little bit of a deep three. Catamounts enjoying a 20-point lead. About to be 22. No. Thought that was going to go in, but I was bamboozled. It's actually the Terriers going the other way. Somehow getting that one to fall despite the tough defense. As now we do get it back up to a 20-point lead. Here comes Samuel again from deep. He hits another one right in the face of that shooting guard. He simply had no chance. As we're going to pull a double team, we're going to try to shoot from the corner. It's missed. Here comes the Catamounts. You already know we're going to run. Shorter man, no problem for Tyson Glenn. Taking it up against Grant Manning, who simply did not have the size to contest that shot from Tyson Glenn. As they do get a foul, they're starting to realize they maybe should try and get into the free throw line. Might help them a lot more. As now it's a 20-point ball game. That's blocked by Bomaye. It's blocked again by Bomaye. And oh my word, what a defensive presence that this team has, as it leads to another layup for Devin Samuel. He was definitely pretty quiet in the first half, but is able to recover very nicely, as there's a pull-up jumper. Trying to pull a Kobe, it doesn't work out for him. Marcus O'Neal, however, is going to draw the foul on Devin Middleton. Trying to go up strong, the slashing point guard off our bench. Gonna go ahead, pass it around a little bit. No rush whatsoever as Marcus O'Neal tries to pull up on the elbow. Misses, but looks like Corone teeters. Grabs the offensive board and cleans up the mess. Catamounts, man, now have a 72-47 lead as Sam Perkins will pull up from, the women's three-point line, able to get the jumper to fall. As, Wofford really is trying their best, but it simply is not going to be enough, as we will go ahead and just dribble the rest of his clock out, man. It's a great victory. You know, given how we started off, man, 15-4 we were down at the start of this ball game. But then after that, we got our stuff together and we're able to rebound and have a really nice performance. Great win for the Catamounts basketball team. Checking out the stats for our guys here today, and there was a lot of guys that had some good games. Tyson Glenn nearly had a double-double, 22 points and 9 boards. Coco Bomaye also brought the heat with 19 points, 6 boards, and 3 blocks. You definitely love to see that. Sam Perkins was actually named player of the game, though. He had a really really solid game, all around, if you say so myself. 8 rebounds from a guy that is 6'2". That is impressive, as well as chipping in 14 points and 8 assists. Devin Samuel was off to a little bit of a slow start, but was able, to pick it up in the second half and drop 13 on their heads. Marcus O'Neal coming off the bench, dropping 8 points. Henderson with double-digit rebounds and 6 points as well. And then, we got contributions from other bench players like Axel Mackey, Carlone Teeters, and Jason Woodson. And you definitely love to see all of that. So we did a little bit of simming once we got out of that game against Wofford, and what we did do was drop off the Citadel at Western Carolina, our grand old home, and Devin Samuel really bounced back in the sim, man. 27 points, had a rebound, had 8 turnovers. Over that is kind of unfortunate, but this man was a walking bucket. Same with Coco Bomaye, he had 20 points as well. Sam Perkins with 14. But this game was actually not as close as I thought it was going to be. We actually went to overtime against the Citadel. They gave us a really good fight. But, at the end of the day, we were able, to walk away with a 14-2 run during the overtime period. Able to get that dub. So this leaves just 3 more games left in, conference play. And unless there's an act of God from us, we have essentially clinched the number 1 seed. The closest teams to us right now are UNC Greensboro, which we did split, and Georgia Southern, who we did beat. So all we have to do is win one or more of these conference games, and we will have the number 1 seed in the conference tournament. Granted, with such a great record that we have, we're 24-2 so far in the season. I don't think it's going to be necessary. But, I definitely have been wrong before in the past. So next episode, I am going to wrap up the regular season playing the College of Charleston and then simulating the games against Elon and Chattanooga before we go into conference tournament play. Should be a really good one, so make sure you smash that like button as well as subscribe if you happen to be new. This is John J Gaming representing the Franchise Gurus YouTube channel. I hope you all have a really good day. Take care, everybody.